Hey, this is Lawrence. I'm the lead developer over at TriOut, and I wanted to give you a quick tour of the new profile pages that you can find over at trioutnc.com. So the user profile page has never been my favorite place. It was the last thing that we tried to develop when we were making the website. Really just kind of threw it together and said, what can we give the users that at least will give some value? But it was never the place that I wanted it to be. And unfortunately, it wasn't a priority for us to focus on. So finally, after launch, we had some time that we could devote to revamping this page and giving it a little more functionality for users so that they can see what's going on. As soon as you log into TriOut NC, you get presented with this page. And now there's a lot of great information, just really easy to find. First off, you get to see how many points you've gotten this week. It's been a big request for people trying to keep track of where they are on the leaderboard. You can also see how many points you have overall. We'll have some announcements for how you can trade in your points in a few weeks, but just a really quick snapshot of how you're doing from a points perspective. You can also see your recent activity. So this is my last 20 check-ins. And a little more information on the place. Kroger is our local grocery store. I'm not, going to the clubs. I'm going to pick up diapers and and milk. So I go there a lot. But you can see the activity that I've done at each of these locations. You can see how often I've been there. You can see when I went there last. If you want, you could take a look at one of the photos that I took there. You can see reviews. Like I said, babies there. Like I said, you can see reviews that I've posted. It's a pretty interesting snapshot of things that's going on, and it shows your latest 20. So you can get a pretty good idea of where you've been for the last week or so. We've introduced a Messages tab. So this is the same messaging system that is incorporated into the iPhone application. This is where you can get your friend requests, you can approve friend requests, you can get messages from users back and forth. This is also where you'll find the special offers that businesses will be able to send out. We're not going to turn that on until the end of the week, I think. But this is where you'll be able to see all of that information. I don't have any messages in here. Probably would have made a better demo if I did, but I guess you'll see when you log in how messaging works. You can also adjust all of your profile settings. So this used to be a popover that would throw this pop-up window in the middle of the page and you edit everything. Now you can get it through the tab. And what's interesting about this is you can now sign up for your Twitter and Facebook account to be integrated with your TriOut account. So if you're using the mobile web application, for example, you can go in here, you can set up your Twitter, you can set up your Facebook, and then when you log into the mobile web app and you check in using your BlackBerry or your Android, you can update your Twitter or your Facebook with your check-ins. You can also share your location and share your profile, which is something that we've never been able to do outside of the iPhone app. So now if a user goes to a location and checks in, they'll show up, if they have this checked, they'll show up as being at that location. Again, it's off by default, so we won't share your information and location unless you want us to. But a lot of users wanted to be seen at the locations that they visit. They want businesses to be able to see how many times they've shown up at their location. They want their friends to see their little icon in the list, and if you have the key to the location, your name will show up. We're also experimenting with sharing your profile. This isn't enabled yet, but please feel free to click it if you think that you want your profile shared. What this means is if a user goes to the TriOut website and brings up your profile page and they're not your friend, they'll be able to see some more information on you. Maybe they'll see your latest activity. Maybe they'll see where you have been on a map. Maybe they'll see a little bio that you can write a little bit of text about who you are and what you're all about. Maybe a link to your personal website, etc. We haven't enabled this yet, but the functionality works. So if you're interested, feel free to check this box, and as soon as we turn it on, you won't have to check it again. You'll be sharing your profile automatically. Finally, we also have email notifications. So the email address that's up here in the profile settings, this will be used for your email notifications for each of the different options that we've got. You can choose to be notified whenever a friend checks in. So if you're going downtown and you want to see where your friends are, you can click this button. You'll get an email every time one of your friends checks in through TriOut. You can get an email for friend requests, private messages, and those special business coupons that I talked about in the messaging. All of that can be sent to your personal email. You can then see the message within your email. You don't have to log into TriOut. No big deal. You guys are all familiar with our Friends Activity Map. This shows where people have been, where all your friends are. On the map, you can see that we're a triangle-based company because all my friends are based in the triangle. But you could scroll through and you could see where people have been and where they, wow, most of us are over in the triangle. Some of us are not in the triangle right now. But anyway, you can see all that information here. We've also added a section so that you can see what your recent accomplishments are. These are all the events that you've attended. These are the keys to locations that you've held. You can also see the awards that you've won. We're going to be expanding this section a little bit more. This is really just to test the waters. I can envision more images, maybe pictures of the awards that you've gotten, pictures of the badges from the events that you've attended. We're really just trying to put the information there. We'll make it pretty in a future update. We got a few other things in store, nothing to talk about yet, but look for this page to go through some pretty serious changes over the next few weeks. As always, please give us your feedback. We're using the Get Satisfaction for that. If you like the user profile page, if something's missing from the user profile page, please let us know. We're listening. We want to make TriOut good for the community, not just good for us. Thanks again.